in church, it is told that to be a virgin is a good thing. However, do you think that churches are generally have virgins in them?
Nope.
I don't think they have virgins in them, no.
Explain. What do you mean? Why?
I've got real life proof examples of girls I've met in church that are not virgins.
So these non-virgins in church, do you think that even the most pure place that women are supposed to be, church, cannot stop human beings from being promiscuous?
I mean, I think humans are promiscuous by nature.
Mm.
I think that's just what we are. I think it's more socially accepted for women to have sex now, whereas before it was more frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. Women have sex. It's okay. Like, it's not this big taboo thing anymore. If we're talking about women still, we're talking about just men and women.
Men and women. Yeah, virgins in general.
I think humans are humans.
Mm.
I think whether they're part of a church or not. I think maybe it's promoted more to hold your virginity in a church, but I don't really see that being in my experience where I grew up, I didn't really see that being a factor.
Do you think men can be hoes?
Nope.
Why?
Explain.
For a man to sleep with a lot of women, he has to be inherently attractive or have value. He can't just run around sleeping with women. It doesn't work like that.
But if he is attractive and has value and runs around sleeping with a lot of women, could he be a hoe?
No.
Why?
Because again, right, attraction is a very subjective term, and women don't typically look at a man's physical appearance to determine attraction.
Yeah,
they typically look at behavior and like communication style.
Fine, but if he's sleeping with a lot of women, and if we're putting women in the same context, if she sleeps with a lot of men, she's a hoe. If a man sleeps with a lot of women, regardless of who he is, how attractive, his value, whatever, if he's sleeping with a lot of women, wouldn't he be a hoe?
You're applying the exact same parameters, but withdrawing the end.
Well, he can't.
Conclusion.
A man can't get pregnant, right? And so there's no negative consequence to him sleeping with a lot of women.
I mean, STDs, but also why is that?
And
Why is there a double
the
standard?
implication here is that a woman who sleeps with a lot of men, right? That's what we're talking about.
Because that's easy to do. So it's like, it's easy for a woman to just sleep with a lot of guys. Go outside and say, does anyone want to have sex with me? You can get it done. If a dude does that, they look at him like he's nuts.
Probably call the
A dude,
cops.
like, you know what changed my perspective on this is I went to a pickup artist boot camp once. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Like, these guys paid thousands of dollars to learn how to get laid.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars, and literally went through coaching, trying to figure out how to build attraction with girls, all this stuff.
So,
and I'm just like, all I have to do is exist.
So if we bring that back to what we're talking about.
You have a vagina, you will get laid.
But
You guys should really ask Justin about this.
Yeah.
You guys should really ask Justin about this. He has a lot of study and history and knowledge on the...
Go on, Justin.
Well, so I mean, it's
We've been
evolutionary
Justin.
psychology, but more so than that, I mean, if a man masturbates, he can get it released, so you won't feel as aggressive, right? But I don't know if you guys ever heard of NoFap. I'm a huge advocate for the NoFap movement, and I'm 7 years into it, right? And I know if I don't have sex for a week or two, I start feeling extremely aggressive.
Right.
And I think it's very common for men to feel that way, because when you abstain from sex, your testosterone's increasing. You need to have that release. And if you don't believe me, go try it. Go stop jerking off, stop having sex for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and see how you feel.
But would you not agree that there's other ways to release other than just sexual
You're a
gratification?
woman.
right?
You're talking
Masturbation
you're actually
or sex?
talking to
You-
men.
two ways.
Yeah, no, I realize that I'm talking to men. Thank you, but I can enter into the conversation
Yeah, I
and
know,
ask
but-
about it, right? And
but-
I'm saying, are there not other ways for you to release,
How?
not just sex,
What-
through
what-
exercise, right?
what
Through
you-
physical engagement and healthy in a controlled
It's
environment,
not
right?
the same. It's not the same as busting a nut.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for being so
So Justin,
You've been so honest.
You're club promoter. You're a
Sure.
YouTuber.
Yep.
Yes. So your work outlet is having conversations like this.
Yeah.
And busting a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
So
Yeah.
how do you manage your aggression? You say you're 7 years into this NoFap. How do you manage your
Have
aggression when
sex.
you feel it coming up? You have sex. Fair enough.
I'm a fuck. Is what he's saying.
What if you can't have sex?
That's when they
But
turn
that's-
aggressive.
Yeah, that's
Those
the
are
point.
the incels is what we're talking about.
That's
So what do you do? Get grapey.
But what do you do as somebody who's actually, because I don't
Let's
have
not
this
go to the extreme.
experience.
Wet dreams.
Well, okay, fair. But there is you do manage your aggression. That means you're not going around graping people or
Obviously not.
hitting people or stuff. And
Why
would
do we
you-
have to go to the extremes?
No, but
like
I'm
that?
just wondering how far
No,
would
I've
you?
never heard anything like this.
You're actually
before.
somewhat
How-
you're somewhat correct.
What-
That does
yeah.
happen historically. When there are large groups of men that aren't getting laid. Like they do get angry and violent. Like
yeah,
you're right.
But this guy seems to be like, if
He just gets laid.
Yeah.
He's
But-
chilling.
Yeah, bless him. Bless his cotton socks.
And for the people
but,
who
like,
don't, they're doing okay managing their
they jerk off.
their
They jerk
aggression
off.
at the
I mean,
moment.
luckily, I mean, I don't want to say luckily, but like corn is a thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I would guess.
I personally believe the reason why what's it called? OnlyFans it became so popular during lockdown is because there are a load of men that weren't getting laid. And so they had to find a way in which to release. They had to, I'm sure corn consumption went through the roof during lockdown.
There's also another factor I think we're missing out on is that a lot of these men that are virgins into their adulthood and haven't experienced that, it's not just the sex. They're not even getting to experience what it's like to have female energy or affection from a woman.
Right.
They don't even get to experience that. And I don't think people can fathom the idea of how lonely of a life these men live. Like absolutely lonely, just depressed people. And, you know, it's like I've met some of Justin's students. And some of them are, you know, he's a pickup coach. He's a dating coach.
I need to like look you up, Justin. But go on.
And some of his students, you know, they're virgins, and I'm meeting them, and I'm like, oh my, I can't even think, because sometimes to me when I hang out with girls, it's not just sex. Like I say all the time,
you just want to be around the female energy.
like if it's just sex, you can get a prostitute and have just sex. It's empty, right? But to even have a female's attention, affection, you know, towards you, it's fulfilling, I think, as a man. But for a guy that doesn't even have that. It's like they live in a whole other world that I don't think most people understand.
Justin, if I can ask you candidly,
Sure.
do you have
Into
any?
the microphone, please.
Yes, sorry, I keep not speaking.
It's okay.
into the
It's fine.
microphone. It's not normally my jam.
No, I get you.
How do you have any close female friends?
Definitely.
Like good friends, like people that you
Yes, I do.
completely open up with?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, sweet, cool. No, just because I work with a lot of men who don't have female friends, and their female friends are acquaintances. It's their friends' girlfriends. That's it. And yeah, so I'm not trying to like frame you. Yeah, I was just yeah. So I kind of got a bit lost there, but
I'd imagine as a club promoter, you have to have a lot of female friends.
Yeah. So typically,
Yeah.
I bring out 200, 300 girls a weekend to party with me, and I'm not sleeping with all the girls, but a lot of them I end up hooking
Not
up
all
with.
of them.
But you know, most of them are just friends of mine, but it's cool because it gives me constant access to meeting new women. Yeah.
Right. I want to kind of go back to the initial question I asked about men being hoes. And Justin, was you Justin?
Yep.
You were saying that men can't be hoes, right? As a woman, do you understand why a man can't be a hoe?
Based on the conversation that we've had and the way that you look at it, yes. But I would say that I look at it a bit differently, but because I don't apply that same
Guys,
success.
could you explain why men can't be hoes?
No, I understood your explanation. I get it, right? It's success because you have to work so hard to sleep with so many women, so therefore you're not a hoe because of the effort you have to put in. I get it, right? I don't equate success with how many people you slept with.
Do you also get that women generally want men with sexual experience?
I think it depends on the person, to be honest. I think personally, I prefer someone with sexual experience, probably.
Exactly.
But I also would be with someone without sexual experience if we connected. It just kind of depends on
In your
what the vibe
experience,
is, you know?
Do you think that women want a man with sexual experience or no sexual experience?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a trick question. It's
It's just it's an honest question. Yeah.
But I do think it's possible to also be with someone who doesn't have sexual experience, just because that's my preferred, because that's what I'm.
I mean, a lot of things are possible.
Yeah, go on.
Where does this even come up? In the do you go, oh hey, I've met this girl, I'm gonna maybe sleep with them. Oh, how much they're gonna go, oh, how many girls have you slept with? Oh, what's the transaction? Like,
No,
I
I
have
think
that
it's
conversation with every
body
girl I
count?
sleep with. Like I actually ask almost every single girl I meet and hang out. I'm just out of curiosity.
Do you put a lot of weight on that? So if a woman has slept with a lot of men, do you say, okay, I'm not going to sleep with you just because?
No, I personally, I love women who, in general, and I definitely like hoes, but I won't date them.
Why?
Because I don't want a woman I'm going to be emotionally committed to have all this emotional baggage from a past relationships.
So it doesn't necessarily have, this is kind of what I was trying to say before, it doesn't have to equate to emotional baggage if a person chooses to acknowledge it and take accountability for the fact that they slept with a lot of people, right? You can step out of that. People can change their habits.
Would you say in general it does? in general, like
probably-
a girl, like we had Linda on the show.
Linda, yeah.
Bro, this girl is so cute and innocent. She's
20 and a virgin.
Yeah, like she's the cutest, sweet. Like
she was on the last show.
And what's her Instagram for research?
and like you could tell she had no baggage, no trauma. Like every like joke anyone would say, like it would just go over her head because she was so innocent. You just don't get that with girls that have slept around a lot. Like you can even if you don't know their body count, like you can kind of just tell. Because they're more damaged.
I like your reactions, but you need to learn to articulate them. Like this is, I love it. I love it.
This blows my fucking mind.
Why?
Why? Because this is all like I would not even consider any one of these things a prerequisite or a parameter for like someone that I would potentially enter into a relationship or have intimacy with, or it's completely fucking foreign to me. Excuse my language.
No, it's fine.
It's just completely foreign to me. I would not. I don't understand it. I've been in polyamorous relationships. I've been I just don't understand it. It just like I would never even be like, oh, hey, we're like hanging out for the first time. How many people have you slept with? Like it just wouldn't even come into my brain.
How often are you meeting new dating partners?
Like fairly frequently.
So you're not communicating with them?
What's that?
You're not like communicating with them?
But why?
Getting to know them?
Yeah, of course I am.
But I think the point is more that like body count isn't really a part of
when you
what
say
they value in communication.
When you say polyamorous
right?
relationships, are you saying that you're in a relationship where the woman that you're with can sleep with other men?
Yeah, I've been in open relationships. Plenty. Like
That was actually my question. I was wanting to clarify.
Yeah. I'll gladly clarify that.
So the woman that you're with is actually cool with sleeping with other men?
Well, like
you're cool with it.
Well, it's not particularly in this. But,
not in this moment, but you've been in there.
Yeah, many times. But it's also meant that I've been able to sleep with other people as well.
So do you know what a cuckold is?
I know exactly what a cuckold is.
That's what that would be.
Yeah.
So you've been a cuckold?
No, that's not exactly.
It's an agreement
because it's
between,
completely consensual and
Yeah.
it's completely with boundaries in place.
Do you have any preference, just out of curiosity?
In terms of what?
Whether you guys have an open relationship or just a committed relationship?
I normally prefer an open relationship.
So you prefer her being able to sleep with other guys?
And me to be able to sleep with other people as well.
No judgment on it. I'm just curious. Like it doesn't matter to you. She comes home, she got railed by 3 different dudes. And then she comes back and says, baby, I love you. And just like,
but I think,
kisses you and all that.
If that's her choice, then.
And I think as well with that, it kind of allows for, sorry.
Yeah, like my masculinity isn't that fragile. I'm like.
I don't know how much masculinity you have after a woman you're allowing your woman to get penises from somewhere else.
Sweet. How do you define masculinity?
Men are territorial creatures.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And if my woman,
yes. Your woman, your possession,
I'm a territorial individual.
Yeah. So you claim your woman, you own her.
If the woman that I have stated that this is mine is going to tell me that she's going to go and get a penis from somewhere else, and she can just go there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're not going to come back, but you can go. And I'm saying
maybe.
I would say that the majority of men, I think that I would be okay in saying the majority of men would not want their woman being dicked down by somebody else.
Maybe that's a case of your own masculinity being a little bit fragile then.
It's biology. Like we said.
No, it's not biology. You keep using that term. But
I just think men don't like wifing these hoes. Like, come on.
It's okay to sleep with them. Just don't date them.
I said wife. It's like, okay, because you are your habits. So I wouldn't want to date a guy that's cheated on every single girlfriend that he's ever had. And so I can understand why a guy wouldn't want to date a girl that's been sleeping around for 10 years because it's going to be hard to one day stop. And I honestly feel the same way a little bit about guys because if a dude's been sleeping around forever, what are the odds I'm going to get him to settle down?
Right.
And so like I can understand where guys are coming from.
Do you think a woman actually respects you if she's taking penis from somebody else? Like if she's taking a penis from elsewhere and she's coming, do you think she actually respects you?
Can we ask the girl maybe? I'm actually curious to get your take on this. If you're dating a guy, let's just say not me, but if we're dating a guy and he says, baby, I love you. You're everything I ever wanted in a girl. Like you're perfect. Your body, your smile, the way you treat me, everything about you is perfect. But if you want to go out and fuck other guys, I'm totally cool with it.
So
how would you take that?
Well, this is an interesting question.
And I'm actually okay with your belief system. It's like teach their own. It's not the norm.
Yeah.
So it's probably weird to hear, but if teach their own. Everyone can have their own beliefs about. Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
are we talking about me
It's a
personally?
bit,
Yeah.
Like
it's
my
a bit
personal
cock to me. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit cuckold to me.
You can describe to whatever
Yeah,
you like.
I'm
but-
curious what you were gonna say. Go ahead.
It's an interesting question to ask me right now. I've always really valued the idea of monogamy. And when I was like 19, I fell in love with someone. And it was not a healthy relationship. It was pretty toxic, but I really love the idea that we were each other's persons. So I really believe in that. I believe that I have a person out there who I'm going to be a team with, right? And I believe in the masculine and the feminine dynamic, right? I do believe in that. I've considered the idea of polyamory before.
Right.
Just based on the fact that when I met this person, I thought I would never connect to anyone as deeply as I could connect to him, right?
Right.
And that was more spiritually, emotionally, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I've met a lot of people that I've connected emotionally and spiritually to, and it's not always been sexual. Sometimes that's just friendships and that sort of thing. But I realized that the depth of connection I can have with people isn't really limited to one person. I still have an idea that I believe I have my person, but I think I could entertain the idea of an open relationship.
Would you prefer it?
This is where I'm at right now. I actually don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. It's still something I'm trying to figure out because I do, like I said, I value the idea of like I want a family. I want to have, I want to be a mom. I want to have a kid. I want to have a very strong family dynamic. That's kind of something I see for myself. And I don't know if an open relationship would necessarily be conducive to that based on what society kind of says, right? But I also believe that a child can be raised in a happy environment regardless of the parameters of the relationship with the adult, as long as they're loved.
Forget what society says.
I think
if you meet a man,
right,
and he loves you and you love him, he's going to not generally, he's not going to want to you're not going to want to loan your vagina out to somebody
and
else.
this is why I don't know if I'm polyamorous because I don't like the idea of someone I'm with sleeping with other people. I'd want to be that, we choose each other, right? And we commit to each other and then we would grow and build whatever from there. I kind of like I don't know if this is getting TMI, but I like the idea of bringing someone else into the relationship. And
but the thing
is, like a girl or a guy?
I'm whatever.
Guys, can the mother of your child loan her vagina out to somebody else?
I don't have any children, but I would predict no for me.
Guys?
Absolutely not. No chance.
What do you mean loan your vagina out? It's not a fucking transaction.
It may as
What
well.
if she gets pregnant?
It may as well be.
What if she gets pregnant? It's not a child.
Unique individual.
Like
you are a unique individual.
Yeah, I know. I
love it. It's great TV, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, it's great TV. But I'm just saying, like, would you be okay with the mother of your child in a polyamorous relationship with you?
Yes.
What if she gets pregnant with another man's child? That's a good question.
If she has consented,
would you raise the child?
I was raised by a stepfather.
So you would raise the child?
Yeah. So I was the male that raised me, my alpha, it was not my biological father. So what difference?
Society needs that. Society does need men to raise other men's kids in certain circumstances.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc, international dating coach, relationship expert, and VIP lifestyle development coach. I've been teaching dating, soul skills, and Daygame for 10 years in 50 plus countries, 6 continents, to thousands of guys in person just like you. And I love teaching guys this stuff. So if you like this video, please make sure to do me a favor and leave a thumbs up on this video. I really do appreciate that. Now, if you want to follow me more closely, you can go ahead and follow me on my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2, and watch my daily Instagram stories where I'm always partnering with hot girls, doing exclusive events, crazy shit on my daily Instagram stories. Make sure to follow me there. You can see me traveling around the world in real time, doing amazing things, and teaching guys like you in person every day on my Instagram. And you can message me on my Instagram as well. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and message me there. And if you want to actually call me, you can call me at justinmarc.com. We'll do free consultation calls. You can actually call me and we'll do a free discovery call where we can get you on the right action plan to change your dating life and your social life at justinmarc.com. And if you guys want to dig deeper and watch more of our more exclusive content, go to wingmanpodcast.com and watch our Wingman Podcast on Spotify, Apple, and all platforms. And we'll see you guys very soon in a new video. My name is Justin Marc, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace out.